Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly, I'll be your friendly Astonishing Master today. Hyperborean Master? Hyperborean Master has a slave connotation, so probably Astonishing Master is probably a better way of describing it. Because today we are playing, continuing on with our ongoing campaign, playing Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea, aka Hyperborea 3rd Edition, because at the time of recording we have electronic versions of the newest version of Hyperborea, which we will be making use of in part today, and then slowly adding more components from it to our campaign. But primarily, Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea 2nd Edition is what we're playing in our campaign that we've been calling the Reavers of Thule. And okay, great. So we just got a clarification on one bit of rules. Okay, got it. So one thing we were one of the open questions about the newest edition was there was a thing where some of the fighter subclasses got extra weapon masteries. That's apparently an error, and it's only the cataphract and the fighter class that are intended to have 2 weapon masteries to start with. And the reason that's important for our stalwart group of heroes is because 2 of our heroes are warlocks, and the current version of the PDF that's out suggests that there should be more weapon masteries. But before we dive into what we are going to be doing today, why don't we go through and introduce our heroes, the Reavers of Thule themselves. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what level are you currently? First up, we've got Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Amar. He is a Sikh monk from 18th century Earth and currently 7th level and new and improved 3rd edition.
Very nice. And next up is Carl.
Hello, I'm Carl. I'm playing Iphigenia Contadoros. She is an Amazonian warlock and she is 7th level.
Nice. And last but certainly not least is George.
Hey, I'm George. I'm playing Mallow Black, who is a Chimeric Celt warlock, and I'm currently 6th level.
Nice. So, guys, I know Amar has seen the most, I think, of the classes that we have, has seen the most substantial change. What changes have you seen to your monk class?
Oh my gosh, I wrote a blog post about it. That's how, I mean, really, that's how significant it was. You know, I go through and I look at the, the before and after, and I said, okay, what did he lose? What did he gain? Mm-hmm. So one of the biggest things as far as new or improved is previously you got an AC bonus as a monk per level, but it was either your AC bonus from the class or your dex bonus, whichever one was best. That's no longer the case. Now you can have both. So that helps my armor class out a lot, which is important because monks cannot wear armor. Mm-hmm. So there's a monk pretty much never will have DR. So it's very important to not get hit. In the old rules, it was a little questionable with the extraordinary feats of dexterity and those abilities. He had the plus 8% on dexterity extraordinary feats, but now they've clarified he also gets it on strength. I mean, that's a minor change, but it is still an improvement. Mm-hmm. Used to have the like the death strike kind of ability, the quivering palm. It used to only work on like small or medium, and now it works on any size creature as long as it meets the requirements. You know, it still doesn't work on oozes and things like that, but things with anatomies and hearts and circulatory systems, it does. It was always the ability once you hit 5th level that your empty hand attacks were magical, but in 3rd edition it also includes a +1, so that's important to hit. And this is kind of one of the 2 biggest changes. The weapon damage from the empty hand attacks. Previously it was 1d whatever, so it was 4, and then it would go to a 6, and then it would go to so on and so forth to an 8, plus whatever your strength bonus would be. Now it's XD4, and that increases every 3 levels. So 1d4, 2d4, 3d4. So previously I was doing 1d6 plus 3 damage from an unarmed attack. I now do 3d4 plus 1 for my strength. So I feel that's significant. I go into it on my blog, but that's a big change, I think. And then his fighting ability. Previously he fought basically as a cleric, which is like you start off, I think you started with a fighting ability of 1 at first level, but then it didn't go up to 2 until 3rd level. It was kind of that progression. In 3rd edition, you start off at 0 at first level, but after that, you progress as a fighter. So once you hit 5th level, the 30 fighting ability progression is better than the previous edition. So he should hit more often, on average do more damage, and be hit less.
Nice. Was there a hit point change at all?
Those are all positives. What's that?
Hit dice change at all, or is it remain the same?
No, he still remains a 1d8 hit dice. Those, like, as far as I could tell, those are the major changes. I know Jeff pointed out a couple of things that I didn't clarify in there. So I'll go back and update that blog post eventually from what he had clarified on Discord. But in general, that's the way it reads. And I'm anxious to see how it plays. But I do think it's going to be better overall representing the monk. The biggest, issue in my mind was, dealing damage before. You were more likely to... You were going to be the guy who took out a lot of the low-level dudes. Like if you fought, 5, for example, 5 humans and,
or if some asshole put 20 whites against you.
Yeah,
would do that.
For instance.
Yeah, for instance. And he ended up getting level drained. But anyway, so he was kind of built previously to be wiping out mooks, is the way I described it. Wiping out just the grunts types, and then the bigger, more powerful monsters, that's for your fighters. Well, now he's a lot more, I think, on par with the fighter, while still retaining that previous ability.
Nice. Cool.
But only when he's unarmed.
Well, it's cool that they have... I know that in D&D they've got a D8 hit dice still, too, but a lot of the, Castles and Crusades has a D10, and the revised monk in Pathfinder 1, I think, has a D10, and then the Pathfinder 2 version of the monk has equal hit points to a fighter. And I like the idea of it keeping the hit points low, as opposed to giving it, a way to model them being able to take a lot of hits by just being a bucket of hit points.
Right.
That's not...
Right. It should be difficult to hit. That should be the key with a monk. Not the ability to withstand tons of damage.
And then we talked a little bit before we went live, too, guys, but any super sexy changes to the Warlock in 3rd edition?
Not really. I mean, I feel like the Warlock is one of the most powerful classes in 2nd edition. So there wasn't a lot really to add to it. So it looks to me, unless I'm missing something, other than the overall change of letting subclasses of magician use each other's spells.
Yeah, and that's because once we heard about that because I think Carl heard about that at either Carl or either Will or Carl who told us about that several months ago. We've been playing with that rule for a while now. So there is a change as well to the action economy in 3rd edition, which looks really interesting. I just have not taken the time to review it. I work better in print. For those listening at home, you've heard me at this refrain before, but I hate reading PDFs, and at least I hate running games from PDFs. So I'm going to be... we're incorporating the stuff that the players want to use immediately, and then we're going to be slowly trickling in new stuff as I either get super enthusiastic about it or until my print copies arrive. But speaking of minions, yeah.
Yep.
So what happened live? We're going to bring you guys back. It's been a month since we played, at least a month. Yeah. I will. Let's see here. Do I have any visual aids here? I do not. Unless... No, I don't. So... Once again, there was another reptilian multi-legged thing that made your life challenging. What happened last time, guys?
If I remember properly, there had been reports of some of the hunting parties from the Toad Skippers that were being attacked, and people were going missing from it, and so we decided to investigate. We located tracks and if I remember properly, traced those tracks back to a cave. And of course, we went in the cave because why not? So we went in there and discovered a monstrosity, for lack of a better word, a giant. I think it was 12-legged, blue-scaled. Was it lightning bolts that the thing threw at us?
Yep.
Yeah, lightning bolt throwing lizard of doom. So, and plus babies. Yay!
Yeah. Hungry babies too.
So we did vanquish the foes, and we got mad loot out of that. There was just a ton of treasure.
So
I
had posted the loot to Discord, but I've repopulated it here for easy reference. And before I forget as well, too, if you're interested in reading Will's blog post, too, if you follow on the Dungeon Musings Discord server, we've got Will has generously shared a link to his blog, so you can find all his analysis there, if you're interested. So there wasn't a lot of, there's no coins in there, but you did find a schwack of other stuff here. Now, I guess first things first here, we're assuming, let's actually pick up in with you guys back at the Toad Skipper Village. And you can heal everyone up. We can assume that you guys have had enough time to heal, or the Toad Skippers would have enough opportunity to, or have had the opportunity to cast some healing magics on you to restore you. You've had these new items identified as well, and did anyone lay claim to any of the things found? We got a cane of detection, we got a staff of spell focusing, a ring of spell battle, ring of wicked rule, a vibrant plate mail of the magus, a hungry jade ringmail suit, kinetic blade, black razor scimitar, steel striking fists, and gambler's boots of skywalking.
Oh, and the bola.
Oh, and the baffling bola, yeah.
Bola.
Boy, can you tell I read a lot of Stan Lee alliteration when I was growing up? Like, holy smokes! So, did anyone?
Go ahead, Will.
I was just going to say, I'd looked. I think the last three, really, the bola, the boots, and the fists would be useful for Amar.
Mm-hmm.
Melee weapons are not going to be near as important for him anymore with his improved empty hand damage. He's going to probably rely more on that than any type of melee weapon. But those three items really sound like they would fit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for Iphigenia, the Ring of Spell Battle and Kinetic Blade were interesting because she can hide the Kinetic Blade in the Ring of Spell Battle. I thought that'd be kind of cool, right?
And for me,
I know if he's got one ring right now, does she have two or just the one?
No, she only has one ring.
Only one ring so far. Okay, great.
Yeah, so the Ring of Shooting Stars.
Yeah,
she's saved our bacon a few times.
Yeah,
sorry,
go on. George.
I was just gonna say the Jade Ring Mail is the most effective item for me because I'm wearing that half armor that we constructed out of what we brought with us to this world.
Yeah, I had given you the that water walking leather armor before.
Yes,
I
that's
think
right.
This is an improvement though.
Right. Yeah, I had the +3 leather armor of water walking, but I think this would make me even harder to hit.
It automatically stabilizes injuries too, so that's pretty awesome.
Which is also great because I'm using it in the front.
Yeah, none of us can use a plate mail.
Right.
I mean, like Dave's character could use it. right?
Yeah.
I think that's the only person who can wear plate mail.
Dave is only able to join us, rarely, and every time he shows up, his character just gets a shit ton of new gear. So really,
That's true. That has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, I mean, the Ring of Spell Battle is cool too because it can be used to like counter mages apparently. So they have to make a concentration check.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I think for me that the ring mail is great, and if I have no other ring, so if no one would use the Ring of Wicked rule, I would do that as well.
You don't want that scimitar?
What's your magic weapon?
My scimitar is a +2, the one that I have. It's cool for the critical hits, I guess. But I mean, I guess it's worth the offset.
You can dual wield. You can dual wield. You could be like, and we'll call you Drist. Just get a panther.
Turret scimitars.
Exactly.
Madison, you hack.
Can you do that though if you were casting spells? That's what I don't remember. I don't know if you can have something in both hands.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
that's why
You want to have
and also
and
and you can. I think you can fight. You can fight with the scimitar two-handed as well, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What does it do?
So
Jack
that
up
gives
the
me extra
damage?
damage. Yeah, it goes up from a D8 to a D10, I believe. So I think I'll switch to the. I think I'll keep the scimitar +2 as a backup, like slung over my back, and I'll start using the Black Razor scimitar, which is that doesn't have good connotations, Black Razor, but
Yeah.
and in other games I've traveled down the dark path.
oh, Lord.
But I think it's worth.
Also, Steel Souls. Yeah.
We have
exactly.
loot table here, right? Party loot. Oh
We
yeah,
do
yeah.
have one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there was one once upon a time.
So maybe what we could do then is the things that you guys are not adding to your character sheets, we can add those to the party loot.
Yeah.
So looks like
Good
that'll
idea.
be the Staff of Spell Focusing, the Cane of Detection, the Plate Mail, and the Kinetic Blade.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
No, the kinetic blade I was gonna
Or you use
put
that?
in the ring. I'm gonna put in the ring, right? So it says,
Oh,
you can
great.
put-
Yeah. Sure.
You can put a blade in the ring, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a backup weapon.
Sure. So
What about the
great. So
Staff
there's
of
only
Spell?
two things that are going unused or unclaimed.
No, the cane, I think too, right? Or is that it?
Cane and the Staff of Spell Focusing, right? Oh, and the plate. Yeah, three things.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, guys. So then. Oh, yeah, that Vibrant Plate is really ideal for Paladin, I guess. Paladins get spells in this at higher level, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool. All right, then. So, having returned, the village of the Toad Skippers is obviously quite pleased with your defeating of the Behir. Apart from the loot that you guys brought back, is there anything else that you've brought back? Like a skull, or there was talk of the eggs, if there was any.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you were talking harvesting for spell components or something. Wasn't that what you guys talked about?
Or we probably would want to drag the whole thing back and have a big barbecue.
I think that would
There's that,
be
too.
quite difficult through the jungle.
Okay.
With only the three of you guys and being injured.
And just cut the head off.
Okay. You could take some meat back. Like, I think you could get... no one's got like a hunting kind of background for secondary skill, do they?
No, I'm a fisherman.
Yeah, I'm a mercenary.
Fish is close enough, I think, to like knowing how to transport meat, so I'm fine with you transporting that back. The scales, on this thing are also quite unusual. So I think you guys would know well enough that the Toad Skippers, knowing sort of traditional materials that they make a lot of their stuff out of, the scales and horns and claws and shit like that. Like some of that stuff may have value. Both Iffy and Malo would know as well that there are elements of the like there's some kind of organ within this that would have likewise some kind of alchemical benefit or magical benefit.
Okay.
You know, there's a like what do you call it? Dragons, you know, or the legendary dragons. The Behirs have some kind of like organ that helps generate that electrical charge. Yeah, you could. Yeah, and I mean they may be in a.
Back and,
yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think didn't you leave two of them outside? Weren't they like helping guide you out here?
I thought we had some.
We had some guides. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are not great at survival. Best part of our Starfinder game, we spent a whole bunch of time talking about like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be like one of Kev's campaigns. We're gonna be wandering over land, so we got to make sure that we get survival. 5 PCs, 0 ranks in survival.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let's see here. So in the time that was from the time you guys got back to the thing, they've made some food out of the Behir's meat. They're crafting some items from you. Do you have any wishes for what you would like for them to make to celebrate your defeat of the Behir? They could make like a bone carved ring, or an amulet of some kind, or again like the 80s comic book thing. They could have a tooth from the thing on a string. You just got to mail a self-addressed stamped envelope and $5, and they'll send you the Behir tooth on a necklace.
I wonder if we can make like a drinking horn.
Yeah.
One of the horns.
Yep.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what they'll work. That's what they're finishing up. You may recall that the reason you guys ended up going on like animal patrol was because they were crafting those water breathing components or water breathing things for you. Mm-hmm. Those will be finished within about 2 weeks, I think, at this point. So as you guys are recovering here, the whole village is sort of busy, part celebrating the defeat of this thing and part talking about what to make out of the components. They use all of the Behir. And then I think that there is this will be maybe like 5 days after you guys get back. So before we go to that scene, in the next week, is there anything in particular that you guys wanted to be doing? Apart from just, hanging out with the Toad Skippers.
Yeah, I think we already did like the amount of spells. We can continue studying spells that we're going to learn, because I think we did that last time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think for me, it's been a while since I had this vision from Auroras around the fire back in Thule proper, actual Thule.
Yep.
And obviously we dealt with a lot of pressing circumstances, but now that there's like a downtime for a while, my mind wanders back to that kind of mission that I was tasked with, that I've obviously not completed.
Is Malo does he have a bit of a astrology background as well?
Yes.
Okay. The your character's having astrology background is my giant toad kills PCs.
That's right. It's true.
So what you can, I think that we can see at least one or two of the nights. The nights are warm and sticky here. The jungles are full of insects, and there isn't the vast and open terrain that you can see. In that you see in tundra-covered Thule. But the stars remain the same.
Aha, okay.
When you look up and you can see them, I think that if you're knowledgeable in this age, or this level of technology with astrology, you are smart enough to be able to put together whatever components you need to be able, like the the Thulean version of an astrolabe, right? And you can tell that you are just. Oh no! Here, let's do this. Why don't you give us a D6 roll? What's your intelligence is in 16?
I think that's right. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have to do I have to measure it, but I mean, you're several hundred miles off from where you were, but you're able to sort of judge where you are.
Okay, that's great.
Where you find yourself is several hundred miles to the north, to the west-northwest of where you were.
Okay. I mean, the most comforting part of it is that we are still on the same world, in the on the same plane, that sort of stuff. So he's feeling actually more comfortable with being able to ultimately get back to where he needs to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have anything they wish to be doing? Mars doing some training, finding his fists are just hitting a lot harder now.
Yeah.
Yep.
That light was invigorating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think these guys use a lot. I mean, Iphigenia, other than studying spells, she's a gardener. That's her secondary. So, I mean, if she could maybe learn some of their herbal techniques, because it seems like they.
Let's do this. Why don't you give us a an 8 D6 roll, please.
Okay.
Let me see here. Where are you, my friend? Where are you? How we do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 successes. And is your intelligence a 16 as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you're definitely improving, your repertoire, but you cultivate 4 of the magical herbs. Let me just get a book.
Oh, okay.
Will, brace yourself.
Oh no, I got a drink.
There we go. All right. Carl, would you kindly give us 4 D100 rolls, please?
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So. Ooh. So one of the things you find, like in the course of your studies, you're being brought all around, and some of the, effectively what would be like a druid, or perhaps a shaman, is showing you some of the different herbs and different things that are available. One of them is an invigorating lily pad that if you prepare it in a proper way, you dry it, you break it down, and then you form it into sort of like a little ball of paste. Then when you consume this thing, it restores one previously cast spell.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So this witchweed, actually, it wouldn't be called that because it's a lily pad. So I think we'll call it. Let's see here. We'll call it. I think witchweed. It's too early and I've not had enough coffee.
Yeah, it's good. It works.
Give us a 1d3 roll, please. You've got 2 doses.
Okay.
Oh, 1 dose. No, sorry, it's a D6. Yeah, you rolled D6, not D3. Okay, yeah. So one dose of that. Then the next thing they introduce you to, holy smokes, is a resin that you carve out of this one very specific kind of tree. I'm not sure that you've seen more than one of these things, these types of trees, and it seems to be in an area that the toad skippers find to be, it finds to be quite sacred. It's not a place where they like is devoted to a god, but the more primal, the association with primal spirits is where they go there. And this giant weird, tree has a sap that they call god tears. And when you take and consume the god tear, once it like dissolves in kind of like a resin, lozenge, it will restore all damage.
Okay.
Give us a D3 roll, please.
So I'm actually rolling a 3.
One. Okay. So you have one of those god tears as well. The next one you find is a pale, like yellow flower that they say is snakebane. And the snakebane leaf, this one is relatively easy. You just dry the leaves and then just consume them. When you consume it, you get for 10 minutes plus 4 save versus poison and minus 50% damage from poison. Give us a D3 roll.
Okay.
Nice.
3 of those.
3 doses of snakebane.
A lot of. It must be the season.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. And then the final one.
And what was the thing? The reduction on the damage for the poison?
Half damage, so minus 50% damage from poison, and plus 4 to saves versus poison for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, and the final thing you find, or that you're introduced to over this period, is. It's another distillation of the bark from the god tier tree. I think this is from something you make from the leaves. It's like a little potion that you make from it. They brew it, and there's some other things that you put, you need to add to it. But when you brew this stuff, it grants you for 1 day. Was it 79? For 1 day, plus 2 on all saves. Give us a D3 roll, see how many of those you got.
Okay.
2 of them. So you got 2 of those elixirs of energy, plus 2 to all saves for 1 day.
Okay. Cool.
So you're learning a fair amount about the different herbs and whatnot in here, and I think that you will be able to, in future, at least for this region, keep an eye out and perhaps, recover more of those.
Yeah. I distribute the snake bane to each of us.
Okay.
So everyone gets that snake bane.
Nice. And if there's nothing else, then it's about. It wouldn't be 5 days. I think it'd be about 2 days after you're back. The hunters come in, and while you guys, kind of call all of you together, and then bring you in. The sort of master skinner has been at work on the Behir. They're going to make some kind of, big ceremonial thing out of the skull. But they bring you in, and what they show you is they've retrieved the brain out of the Behir. It's sort of flopped, down on the ground, on a table there. The hunter brings you over, and as a reminder, what the toad skippers look like. Go. They bring you over, and they gesture at the brain. You can see that it's been partly cut, and let's see here. None of you have any specific training, so I don't think there's a chance of you making any. It just looks like a mess of meat. But what he says is, watch. And he cuts, and you can see that as the brain kind of falls away, there are worms in the brain that sort of disappear into the bulk of the meat. And he gestures and says, all throughout. Do you know what these are? And why don't you each give us a D6 roll, please.
Wrong one. I rolled a
Easy way to make the roll.
Yeah, sorry.
So Iffy, actually you are the one who recognizes, or at least it reminds you of something. And that is something I've cleverly named. So I'm sure this won't take long to find. Let's see. Where are we here? Where are we here? Oh, no. No. Okay, come on. You know, the problem is I've got one called handouts where I've got some of the things. Let's see. I know we've had an illustration for this so far. Ah, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Huh.
That was forever ago.
Now, what do you remember seeing that in? Or where do you see those worms last?
The smoking tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fergus.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what happened to him?
I can't remember if they let him out or not.
I don't think I was present in that
I
session.
don't remember.
So
if we
you
let
guys
him go.
you
God,
did
you guys weren't there.
We made a deal with them.
he did leave, yeah. You freed him from his prison. I think he gave you a little bit of information about Shud, and then he went on his way.
Uh-huh.
But that was back south of the river, so this
Right.
Yeah.
would have been... Let's go
Yeah.
to the local map here. Yeah, so that would have been way back. Let me shift ping. Get you guys over where we are. There we go. So you're over here now at the Toad Skipper's home, and that would have been back over here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was that far away.
Yeah, in the smoking tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps he has traveled widely since our last encounter with him.
So is this like he's infected this creature, or the creature ate him?
It's tough to say. What the Skinner tells you is that it runs through the entire brain. This thing seems to be, it's not like it's consuming them, it's not eating its way through, but they've latched in and infested certain regions.
Seems like it is some kind of parasite. Well, yes, and maybe it requires some sort of living creature to enable to do things it couldn't do otherwise. I like Amar's thoughts about this. Kill it with fire.
They happily do that. They're not, they're aware of that, like a threat to the tribe has to be exterminated because they live a fairly precarious existence.
I turned to him and say, "Are you familiar with this worm?"
No. I've never seen this. Are you?
Fortunately, yes.
Yeah.
We've encountered it before.
Where?
That I don't know if they can see. I can't remember how tall the tower was and how high the smoke went up. But
no, they can't see it from here.
okay, great. Okay, so to the southwest there is a giant tower with smoke billowing from the top.
Yeah.
We encountered it in there. It was a strange place of
The Toadsmers,
experiments.
Yeah, they know about that place because it was what drove the kaiju north of the river. It's the
Yeah, so and I'll make that connection for them.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't know if it originated there, but that is where we saw this type of creature.
Oh. Did you see it do something like this before?
Not in this way. But
we just saw the worms kind of form this, like it was like a collection of worms that formed a single creature. Did it call itself the worm that walks? I can't remember. Did it have a name?
It did give a name.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he had a name, but
it wasn't the one that walks. I know that.
No, he's. Give me a second. I can give you his name.
get a book.
Get a book.
I'm not even sure how to search for it in my notes.
Okay. His name. Nargan Harovex. I mean, why you couldn't remember that, guys? I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
It just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. I went to school with a Nargan Harovex. I mean, like, it's so common.
It's calling me out of the milieu because
it's such a common. Honestly, so many fucking kids at daycare named Nargan Harovex.
Yeah.
God damn.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. It's a common name after the Harry Potter series, I guess.
You're right, exactly. So we convey that to him. We don't necessarily know if it was these creatures themselves were evil. It's hard to say. They just may be parasitical, and they just may be like a virus, potentially deadly, but unintelligent.
The evil, like mosquitoes, would be evil.
Yes, but you should, if you see anything of the sort, definitely, as Amar said, burn it as quickly as you can.
He nods in agreement with your suggestion. Yes, that is best.
Are you sure, Molly? You don't want to eat one and see what happens?
I'm pretty sure. Even with all this newly acquired magic, I still would not risk it. Shooter's the one who is interested in the Atlantean experimentation.
Shoot was, and he's the one that was apparently behind the creation of Nargan.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
What do you guys wish to do next then? Let's roll. See if we have one more month's worth of for this new month. Well, you could bottle the liquor, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you start talking about them, that's all I could think of is the little worm in the.
Oh yeah.
Toad Folk Tequila.
Yeah, exactly.
That could be our new business. Like, we give up adventuring.
Yeah, there was a cool adventure. I think there was a cool adventure where like the characters knew about like the worm in the bottle of tequila. They could get a clue. And realizing that the worm was not from the bottom of a mezcal. It was one of these worm that walks things. So that's kind of cool.
Nice.
Right, because the ones in the bottom of the tequila are they're like grubs, right? They're beetle larvae. So.
Yeah. It's what do you call it? Isn't it a cactus?
Mescal.
Yeah, the bug. Isn't it some kind of like
reportedly hallucinogenic? I cannot confirm or deny that.
You mean on stream? This is for biochemistry. All right. Then why don't, let's see here. Who? Will, I just took another book off the wall, so why don't, while you take a drink, give us a D100 roll, please.
All
Okay. So it seems as if the rains are coming because at the start or the early part of this month, there is extraordinarily heavy rains and pretty substantial flooding.
Huh.
So it means that the hunting paths and whatnot are, there's going to be some flash flooding. It's a much more damp environment. The toad skippers are perfectly comfortable in that, but I think for you guys, it's definitely going to be a little bit of a less comfortable period. Why don't you each give us a saving throw versus, let's see here, I think poison. For them, this is unfortunately you can't use that magic item.
Just was going to ask that.
Yeah, because it's a day-long thing. So
right.
You could.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense. Is death save?
I'm keeping an eye out for the flu. Hey, dysentery.
Which one is? Yeah, is it death save or is
death is for poison?
Death, I think is. Oh, I think isn't there a separate thing?
No, it's death, transform, device, avoidance, sorcery. I think we were using death.
Death for
I'm pretty sure it's death.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead. You guys have 3 points of astonishing fortune. Do you want to spend? Want to reroll? I mean, you automatically succeed then.
You automatically succeed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you want
I'll
to start
do it.
off.
Okay.
Yeah. Great.
All right. So then,
I don't want to get the yellow fever.
Exactly. After talking about it. So yeah, it's what you guys. I think if you have a morning where you're feeling a little bit off, where someone thinks that you may be coming down with something, and the same herbalist that you were hunting with, she makes a kind of like part like kind of watery broth, or perhaps a tea type thing, and it, while tasting terrible, it does manage to sort of prevent that illness from ever fully manifesting.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not a pleasant last bit of time. You guys will have enough shelter to be able to complete your studies if you're still studying your spell books, but it's if the rain carries on, that means you'll be heading out into the big lake to get back to that spire with very limited visibility because of the seasonal rains,
which is probably not good.
So do you remember how many of the water breathing things that were prepared?
I think it was like, because it was like the flying guys, the pterodactyl men, were doing stuff too.
I think they said they were going to help escort you. Were they making something for you as well? I know the toad skippers were making the water breathing thing. Oh no, you're right. They weren't they making the. They were going to drop off at the Toad Skipper Village more of those vampiric sponges and the leech.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't remember, let's do this. Let's just say there's 6 of the leeches and 6 of the vampiric sponges.
Okay.
And the vampire sponges, remember, you trade off 1 hit point to grant 3 to the recipient.
Mm-hmm.
And the leech granted what, DR?
The leech was DR2 -1 AC for
nice. Okay.
a variable amount of rounds. And the beetles are berserker beetles.
Yep.
Okay.
Here you go.
Yeah, the berserker beetles. Did you get those? You didn't get those from the.
I don't. No, I just have two left.
Okay. Yeah, I think those came from something else.
Oh, I thought they were all the same.
Oh, were the berserker beetles from there as well?
I think we, if I remember properly.
Yep.
I think those were the 3 things they gave us before we went and faced the crocodile god for the last time.
So let's
beetles.
Yeah, let's say you get 6 berserker beetles then as well.
Okay.
Berserker Beetle incidentally was
put it on a party loot.
That was the name of my metal George Harrison cover band from high school.
Oh, well.
That's a very unique
Nice.
combination.
We really could not play a show. Our audience was one person, but he happened to live in Denmark, so
Right.
it's tough.
Yeah.
We
get
help.
it.
I mean, we thank Lars if you're out there still. Thank you. We appreciate your support. But then the Toad Skippers. Do you remember? Is it 6 that they were preparing as well for the water breathing?
Yeah, I think they're one for each player.
Okay.
Potential player character.
So, water breathing. Yes. Let's see here. Water breathing has a duration of 1 hour per caster level. It's a 3rd level spell, which means minimum 5 hours of breathing.
Okay.
Okay. So you have 6. Let's say you've got 12 of those because you will need to get in and get out, presumably, right? So you have those concoctions made. So with those made and your other supplies coming from the Aarakocra, if you ask about the change in the weather too, this is just a typical thing. Weather can be quite unusual in the jungles of Thule.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys wish to do next, if anything, before you decide to approach the tower?
So what was the plan? I missed this previous session. So what was the plan that you had come up with to move forward from this point?
Well, so we wanted to go to the tower because the Monkey Meister wants something from in there, and then he will help us to get home. That was what he said.
Oh, great.
That's why we're going to the tower. But then we had all these side quests popped up when we ported into the zone.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and here is.
So, well, I mean, we couldn't really go to the tower because there's this like big war going on between the Terrible Toad folk and the Toad Skippers. So,
Yeah.
and we made allies of the Toad Skippers and Pterodon folk, Terra folk, I guess, or Kokra, however you pronounce it.
You're right. I think I said Aarakocra, but you're right. They're not. They're the Terramen.
Terramen.
The Aarakocra is what I put in every other campaign. Really, like
Right.
the Kevin's stereotypical campaign. We're gonna have a paladin character. We're gonna have a giant toad. Aarakocra will be there. There'll be gnolls.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll play a paladin in your next
Nice.
D&D type. Yeah.
Let's see here.
I haven't played a paladin for a while.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So that's what the Terrafolk. They also seem to be psychically gifted because they were able to extract the egg of Sea-Tech that was laid in a Mars mind. So,
Good to remember in case something like that happens again.
Yes.
so what do you guys wish to do next then?
So you already know the way to the tower, or do we need to get a guide?
The tower is like below the Terra folks' place.
Wrong
right?
thing.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
to say
back.
you are here. To say you are here, go back. Oh, damn it.
Where's that mall map? Okay. So, here, I'll shift click you guys again. Where the red dot is, where you guys are not, so this one right here, that is the spire. And then the spire goes up about 300 feet, and then shifting another 100 feet above that is where the Eyrie is. That's where the Terrafolk live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like down below them. So we were gonna, I guess, take a one of these outriggers canoe things that the toad skippers have, and then dive in. And hopefully find. I thought we had learned that there is like an entrance down there from the Terraphote.
Yes, the legends say that there is an entrance underneath the water, but there are vicious creatures that guard the entrance.
Oh,
Guide the entrance. Again, it's the red vest with
way,
a white
please.
cowboy hat. Well, howdy!
That is
Howdy, and welcome
scary.
to the Forgotten Tower. You know, I was thinking to the because of the tendency to use like Southern voices or Southern accents as a way of saying like, oh, they're yokels. I half had a decision where I was going to make every noble sound like that. Before I realized, because I'm like, fuck it, like no, like let's subvert expectations here. I like doing those accents anyway; they're fun, and that way, subverts the, well, you sound like you're from the South, so you're an idiot, kind of thing. However, there's also an association with aristocrat Southern voices that has kind of an antebellum thing for it. So I don't want anyone to be like, "Do you want a mint julep?"
Right.
So, but I intend it to be more. What do you call it? Think about you, Will. I'm intending on using more Kentucky accents to specifically, represent the highly educated and capable, not just the like, So
for that you just have the banjo in the background.
You have the what?
Banjo.
A banjo in the background.
Yeah. It's such a lazy, trope to go to be like, oh, these people are low class, so that's what the accent. I mean, it's the same thing with the the London accent, the East London accent, the scout, not scouts, with the. I can't remember the name of the thing. Anyway, so that's where this thing is. This tower, is apparently beneath the surface of the lake. The lake is quite deep, and because I don't know why I fell down the rabbit hole of watching videos about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. So I had Gordon Lightfoot in my head for a long fucking time. And I keep thinking about like how it is said that the lake never gives up her dead. That is very true for here as well too. It's quite a deep lake, and it's not clear how long the spire goes down for.
Right.
But it is clear that there are things that remain near the deeper parts of the lake that make it dangerous to make their way across. You guys encountered something when you were even crossing the river, if you recall. You guys had fabricated a raft of some kind and made your way across over here somewhere. And that's where you were... I can't remember what it was that attacked you, but it was something nasty.
I thought it was crocodiles, wasn't it?
Oh, it might have been just crocodiles.
Yeah, it was crocodile men, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought we had seen something like some sort of like Loch Ness monster rippling through the water, but we avoided it or something.
Yeah.
But I know we were attacked by terrible toad men or crocodile men. Crocodiles.
Yeesh. Yeah. So then, what is the plan, guys? Each of these hexes, I believe, is it 8? Yep.
Okay. Do we currently have a means of travel, waterborne travel?
Yep, the toad skippers are going to give you an outrigger.
Yeah.
Okay, good. How about rations?
Well, outfit will use as many as you need.
Okay. Just because we don't know, we've gone into places that we got stuck in, so.
Right. Yeah, we wouldn't want to starve down there if we get stuck.
Exactly.
That's why there's only 3 players now.
They starved to death.
No, we ate them.
Brazilian soccer team. Or Argentinian soccer team, I
Donner,
guess.
party of 4, 3.
Cool. Okay. So are we going to go then? Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything else that we can prepare for, so.
Oh, the only other thing is there is no way, right? There's no way to get more charges for the PDW.
Not as of yet, though. the way that they speak of this tower, it likely is of the way you would understand it, of Atlantean design.
Okay, maybe there's. Okay, cool.
Okay, so let's see.
And just FYI, to let the party know, the Black Razor Scimitar allows me to walk on water.
Oh, really?
So I might be able to walk on water and, hold the rope and lower you down or something with your water breathing to find the entrance, and I can pull you up if there's a problem, if you want. Otherwise, I could just go down with you. I'm happy either way.
It's probably better to just all stay together, I think.
That's totally fine with me. I'm just making sure I mentioned it in case.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to walk ahead as bait or a scout?
Not really.
Outrigger.
Not really.
Have you guys
We'll cover you.
Access to any light sources that do not rely on oxygen?
I have
Well,
a
that's a good
ring.
question. Oh. What does it do, Will?
Hold on, it's 10 foot bright, 10 foot dim.
Okay. That's better than nothing. If you do
Yeah, I
have
mean,
any magic,
When we get underground, I mean, I can see, but I don't have any like actual. Oh wait, no, I don't. I'm not the one.
Which of you guys, Malo and Iffy, I know you guys can see through
wait.
each eye.
Yeah,
One of
we
you guys
can-
has dark vision as well.
I do.
Yeah, I do have
okay.
that. When we get underground, I have that moonlight thing, right?
Okay.
So
The reason I
I
ask.
have a ability from the ring. I have a light stuff, but
Okay.
I have to be.
So, remember that like anything with a verbal component is not going to be usable underwater.
Right.
So you may want to plan accordingly. And given that it is overcast skies and pouring rain, it is likely to be quite dark down there. So Malo will have no difficulty seeing. But if you guys, and Amar's going to have a little bit of light, but that is almost worse than having darkness, because you're going to be able to just see immediately around you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like outdoors. Well, it's not really. It has to be dark though, right? Because it doesn't count as dark.
And then if he sort of focuses on seeing through Malo's eyes, you'll be able to see. But that's going to be pretty disorienting. It's going to be disorienting swimming in the dark as is.
Right. It's available for emergencies, of course.
Yep. So what are you guys thinking? Any additional light sources that you can draw on?
I don't have anything of a magical nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, until it's nighttime, I don't do it. I mean, or subterranean. Once it's actually nighttime, like I have dancing lights, moonlight, ultravision.
I've got lightning bolt.
You got light witch?
A quick lightning bolts for a quick through the water.
Toaster in a tub?
Yeah.
Why did I think this was a good idea? All right, so then why don't we do this? Would you guys kindly give us... Carl, would you give us a percentile roll, please? See how bad the wind is out in the lake today. Ooh. Gordon Lightfoot's going to write a song about you guys now. Oh, boy. So the wind is moderate, so it's a little choppy out on this on the lake. Once you guys like, even the passage through this kind of little firth here is gonna, or whatever it is, the waterway is gonna get you, gonna be difficult. But then the open waters between like this opening here and out towards the tower is going to be really challenging. George, would you give us a D6 roll, please?
Sure.
So there are those who complain about the lack of uniformity in rules for some of these old school games, but I mean, it's pretty fun being able to request you just make a dice roll and you have no idea what it's for.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
How many PCs died? Oh, 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine that.
Okay. Sorry, guys, I thought I was in the right section here. Forgive me. You know, I'm really looking forward to in 3rd edition.
Index.
Index, yes. Yeah.
Here we go. Got it. A 3. All right. Now, let's roll, see if anything interesting happens on the way to Sitawa. So you're making your way through the Firth there. And there. And the tower itself. So, you guys have been traveling for about, let's see, the canoe. How fast that'll be. It's not even 24 miles, so I think it's most of a day's travel. And once you guys get out on the lake, it is very hard to navigate. Do you have any suggestions for how you may more easily navigate in the middle of this rainstorm?
Huh. Have you guys used the toad skippers as guides previously? I'm wondering if one could swim, underwater, and so be out of the rain essentially, and
they use like the reason they have the outriggers is so they don't have to be underwater.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, because like they're comfortable enough in the water, but especially around this region, like the waters are quite dangerous here and full of nasty critters. However, you can have them with you, and that will improve. If you guys have effectively like a woodsman with you, then it's actually instead of a D6, you roll a D8, I believe, for getting lost, which gives us a D8 roll, George.
Okay. 8.
And what you guys see as we take our mid-session break is the giant looming form of that enormous tower coming out of the water. And the rain is coming down so hard, you can't even see to the top where the Eyrie sits drifting above. So why don't we take our mid-session break, guys? And then we'll come back and plumb the tower. So for those listening at home, we'll be back momentarily.
You're making it. So what do you think of the new combat? Have you taken a look at it?
I mean, I've looked over it. My biggest complaint is that this edition nerfs two-weapon fighting.
How does that do that? Is that under advanced combat?
Primarily by not including the dex bonus. Previously, you could use... let's see. You would use your dex bonus to offset any penalties.
Yeah, that's very typical, though. I mean, that's odd because they just give a flat -2, -3, and -4, but it's still -2 but -2 is still really good if they're smaller weapons, right?
See, that's the thing. I mean,
but then before they would have those penalties. I thought he'd be something like -2, -4, and then you could offset with penalty with a dex bonus. That's kind of the 2E rule, if I remember, right?
Right, and of course I don't know how two-weapon fighting worked in AD&D first edition, but in second edition it was the same way. And so I was like, okay, that made sense. And now, like I said, he completely removed that. And so if you're using, like Amar was using the rod, which was 2, and then the dagger, which was 1. Well, now he'd have a -3 to hit with both of them. I mean, there's no reason.
Well, offset by the magic. Yeah, but I don't even. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's offset by the magic, you're still. He was still at 0 -1, I think.
Yeah, so you could ask on the Discord, why did you nerf two-weapon fighting?
Well, I did. That was in my blog post. That was kind of how I ended my blog post, was talking about the 2E fighting and how I felt it was nerfed.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's nothing. It's just like, at least with Kevin, I don't necessarily think he is going to say, okay, we're doing everything via 3E now. I don't think that's what's happening. It's like, after he's had a chance to read it, we might try the combat the way the new 3rd edition reads.
Yeah, just not to me. It's unclear.
What's that?
We're gonna run into like, I feel like issues, right? Because they're like the whole thing about if you put a move in there, then you're going at the end. I mean, that might be okay. I mean,
you're talking about the way the new combat works.
Melee missile magic, that's fine, but then movement. So like if you move in melee, you're gonna go like at the end. But at least it's like one phase. You used to break that up anyway.
I if you're collapsing it down to one phase effectively, I see how that's how it gets to be that way.
Yeah. Well, I think what's going to happen though is like, what if you like you're in fighting a combatant in melee and you take it down, but then you can't do anything else, right?
You take a what?
Right.
Right. If you say, well, you can't predict that you're going to take down a foe. So what if you take down your foe, then you really can't. I mean, I guess you could move. I guess you strike down your foe, and then if you still want to move, you can move at the end.
Yeah, I think if you're already engaged, it makes sense also from a narrative point of view. If you're engaged with a combatant already, that's going to be quick.
Yeah.
Like boom, as opposed to moving first and then attacking. So if you take one down, then in the final phase of movement, then you can move to the next target.
Adjust. Yeah, you can adjust. Yeah.
And I believe it said you always get 5 feet of movement.
I think there was a thing in there about 5 foot. That sounds familiar.
I believe that you always get 5 feet of movement in a melee attack, regardless. So if you were just 5 feet away, you could step up, or you could try to step back if you were willing to take the free attack.
Right.
So it gives you a little bit of maneuverability, which or if you're trying to move around somebody or something that. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how that may work.
Yeah, you can move a 5 feet before taking your action. That doesn't count. Right, doesn't count as movement necessarily.
Right.
This is the action economy from 3E?
Yeah.
Just talking about the differences of between the two so far that we understand.
All right.
I just think we're so used to, for the most part, we're so used to the current action economy.
Yeah.
And some people still haven't learned it.
No. So, what, in the time that you guys have had, I mean, like leading up to this and the time you're prepping your materials to come here, what's the plan for exploring? So you would have had certainly time to appreciate the size of this thing. This is easily, the smoking tower was, let's see here. I'm trying to remember how tall it was.
It was under 100, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it was...
from ground up, at least. It was under 100.
220 feet high.
Yeah.
So, and this thing is... This on the surface is... 1 or 1.5 times the size of the smoking tower, which means that there's much more that goes beneath. So, is the plan to just do a quick expedition down there and then come out and then plan from there, or?
Well, we need to find that entrance. That's like the key to this whole thing, right?
Well, we can take that out. If there's like a ledge or some kind of mooring point at the, on the surface, that would be a good idea, because we don't want to be like having to explore with this boat bobbing up and down on the water.
There is no the exterior surface of this thing is smooth and
flat.
Leading all the way up.
Perhaps a toad skipper could stay with the boat for a certain amount of time, and if we don't return, they can go on their way, so they're not put in terrible danger.
Yeah, and then we just kind of go as close as possible to not, because I'm sure we don't want the boat smashing up against the tower either, so far enough away that they feel safe, and then we can just dive in, drink our potions and dive in. And
yeah. Do we have a name that we've been using to refer to this tower?
You guys, I don't know if you have you?
I don't recall it, but I missed a couple.
It could be everyone call it. Yeah, everyone's calling it the Accursed Spire or the Accursed Tower. Okay,
that's good. Just so, because we've got the smoking tower.
Everyone's saying it's cursed, so.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
Yep. You and me both.
Of course. Okay, so that sounds like part of the plan. Obviously the Terrafolk are the ones who informed us that there may be an entrance below. Did they? Well, I think. Did we get any additional specifics from them, or they're just like, we don't really know, we've never been down there, but we've heard that, or we've seen people go in down there and not come out.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that was it. I don't even think they said like what base of the tower.
Okay.
So we're just going to have to go down there and see what we
start looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So how the boat itself, the outrigger, is going to be close to the tower, adjacent to it.
Probably close. I don't think it's going to want to be. Is there a danger of it being smashed up against the tower?
Unless the wind's a little choppy, like the wind is making the water a little choppy right now, but they're able to navigate, around on this. Okay. How many toad skippers do you think are with you?
Should we say 2?
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, do you have any plan for communicating with them? The Terrafolk will also sort of patrol over to make sure that the Toadfolk, as best they can, the Toadfolk are safe.
Yeah.
Do we
Okay,
have
well,
any? We don't have any magical means of communications at this point. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
So here's what we could do. We could, and it may not be long enough, if we can get a rope or a vine or something, I don't know what people have in their equipment, we could at least hang it off the boat. And so if something's going on and we need help, or we need to come up with some like very primitive communication of like 1 pull on the rope means this, 2 pulls means that.
Yeah.
We could do that potentially, but we would need we need to bring some kind of vine or rope with us.
You guys have had almost 2 months to plan this expedition, so I'm fine with you guys having put that plan into motion beforehand.
Okay, great. So we'll say
that seems like the best way to do it.
So
Yeah,
and
we have
maybe
no indication from the Terrafolk how deep the entrance could be, right? So
right.
No, and they're not really, they're not really creatures of the water either.
Yeah.
So
we can have at least 100 feet of rope. Hopefully that's enough.
Well, what we could start out doing is we could tie some kind of weight, a rock or whatever, to the end of a rope, lower it down until we see if we feel like we're hitting bottom.
The bottom,
Try different,
what that
try
does,
different couple different spaces.
I think the tower, the toad skippers, they're not like, what do you call it? Is it sounding? That's when you're trying to find how deep thing is?
Yes.
Look how nautical I
Yes.
am, guys. Holy smoke. Someone's been doing his
Nice.
homework. What do you call it? I did some research on what like the crewing of a whaling vessel for Spires of Paradar, so I'm getting all my mileage out of that in research. I'm using the word bosun in every
Hint,
fucking
hint.
session if I can.
I guess we're gonna have a whaling vessel expedition in Spires of Paradise.
Well, there's that mini series too, so Into the North or something like that, with Colin Farrell. That's about a whaling ship too, and it's super fucking awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
No supernatural elements or whatnot, just kind of a murder mystery thing on the thing, but it does a really cool job of giving an idea what life on a whaling vessel would be like in that time.
Oh, that's cool.
Plus, it's also in the deep dark north, so
Yeah, you might like that.
it plays to my interests. But anyway, what the reason I mentioned sounding is because I think that they would have an idea of that, like from when you get into the biggest body here, it goes from about like near where that firth is on the north side there. That is about 100 feet or a little more deep, but when you get out into the lake, it varies between about 200 and depths that they can't measure.
Wow. Okay, that's far. Now we don't know if obviously we don't know if the entrance is all the way at the bottom either. So we're gonna have to explore the tower up and down.
Yeah.
Sides. So this may take quite a bit of time.
And do you guys remember
Right.
what it is that you're looking for the Monkey Meister?
Not present.
No.
It was I want to say it was a machine device of some sort
Yeah.
that would, and it had something to do with like I want to say metamorphosis, but I cannot remember the specifics.
Yes, it was something for altering living organisms.
Right. Yeah.
And again. From the second we arrived, things have been altered.
Yes. Well, I mean, the Monkey Meister himself appears to have both he and his apes have been altered.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently by Mike Mignola. But,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
so what do you guys do? Is you get to the edge of the tower, you set out your, put down your rope to give messages. You drink your potion. You'll have 6 hours of water breathing. There's no other light sources that you're casting apart from what you've got.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just using my intravision.
And allow me to two things.
I mean, I don't think any of our weapons glow.
No, I don't think anything gives off. I think Amar has a ring that gives off light?
Yeah, I've got my ring that gives off that slight light, and that's about it.
You guys need to invest in some Ioun stones.
Yeah, why didn't we just do that? I don't know why.
Go to the
Out here in the middle of
Stone
this
store.
jungle.
Go to the,
Go
go to the Ioun
Thulean
store.
equivalent of De Beers.
Yeah, exactly.
These are blood Ioun stones. Oh man. Okay.
So, Will, does Amar have any ability to see without having that light source?
No.
Okay, so it sounds like we're going to need to have that.
Right.
How long does that last? Is it just indefinite or?
Until I turn it off.
Okay, great.
Like, unless what time of the day is it? Is it nighttime yet?
No, it'll be by the time you guys reach here, it'll be afternoon. So you saw quite a few hours of daylight, but it's pouring rain and overcast. So like the amount of ambient light is probably quite limited.
Yeah.
And then we need to change up the music here.
Uh-oh.
Because it needs to be something a little more tense. Yep. And do we have, I wonder, that kind of like underwater SFX thing? Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You can just keep making that sound.
Let's see here. I got nothing. I'll have to record it on my own. That's it. To the local body of water. What? Let's see. I'm just going to resize these a scooch here. No, that's not quite the one I wanted. There we go. All right, so each of you down into the water, and it is surprisingly cold for a jungle environment, no doubt due to the sheer size of the lake. And looking down, as you're sort of treading water, once you get your head beneath the surface, it disappears into that like azure blackness. Looking down, you cannot see anything. There's tons of particulates in the water as well too, so the light picks up all of those things, and where you are, Amar, and it makes it challenging to see for a very long distance as well. Are you doing anything to try and stick together, guys?
Seems like as we go down, we should all be holding the rope for now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys would be able to see me for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it'd be easy to follow.
Okay. So why don't we do this, guys? Would you kindly give us a 1d50 roll, please?
Who wants the honors?
I'll do it.
Great.
Okay. So, which among you do you think are the sort of the seasoned swimmers? Which of you guys would have grown up with? Amar, certainly. Yeah.
Yeah, fisherman. Not me. I'm a mercenary.
Okay.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Okay. So then I mean, once you hit 25 feet or 20 feet down, you're starting to get that pressure. So it's a very uncomfortable and alien environment for you. I'm just finding the rules for underwater as well, which I should have looked up before.
And by the way, like I was looking that up, I can tell you that by taking that chainmail, I dropped from an AC of 1 to -1, and I get my DR back.
Nice.
I traded out some movement, so I'm a little bit slower, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah, nice. Underwater combat, here we go. The realms of possibility in games of sword and sorcery are nigh infinite, and so too are the stages on which battles may take place. Fighting underwater is difficult, but not impossible. Such battles may be as brief as a man can hold his breath, or as long as any land-based combat if sorcery obviates the need to breathe the air. Good use of obviates.
Yes.
Let's see here. Surface dwellers suffer a -4 attack penalty while fighting underwater. Swords, other than short swords, are difficult to use and suffer an additional -4 penalty and become reduced damage dice. Hafted weapons, axes, clubs, flails, hammers, maces, are extremely difficult to swing, imposing an additional -8 and having damage. So it's -12 to hit with axes, clubs, flails, hammers, maces underwater. Spears and other spear-like weapons, pikes, polearms, tridents, as well as thrusting weapons such as short swords and daggers, suffer no additional penalties beyond the standard -4.
Yeah.
Missiles are ineffective except when launched outside of water into water, in which case their penetrative thrust is reduced to half of the shortest range and a -5 penalty is applied. Spells cannot be cast underwater unless some Dweomer allows the caster to speak clearly his incantations. Spells associated with air and wind or fire and heat are ineffective regardless, and so no steam balls. But spells that are allowed may have enhanced, reduced, or alternate results as adjudicated by the referee. For example, a lightning bolt might spread in a radius away from the caster, not unlike a fireball. So, bear that in mind as you guys are heading down. Now, as you do, so again, your characters would have been, you know, as you're sort of talking to the Toad Skippers and asked about this stuff, they are familiar with underwater combat. So if there is any contingency that you guys want to have, you're all quite good at combat right by this point. So the -4 is not, you know, crippling, but it certainly is not great.
I think I would have crafted myself or gotten help with crafting a spear I would carry the rest of my weapons as well, but I'll have a spear.
I think that they could.
Iphigenia has a spear, her spear out.
Okay. So, I think that they will craft you one of the gifts from the Behir. It's got lots of legs and lots of claws, so they'll craft one of the claws into a spear tip. So do you wish it to be a +1 to hit or a +1 to damage spear?
That's a great question. I will go with +1 to hit.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Well,
Amar, you want one of those as well? I see a nod.
Yeah,
if they can make them, that'd be great, because that's like a slightly an upgrade, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Underwater, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I can. The good thing is that she specializes in spears, so.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, nice.
So
that's our other specialization. Yes.
+1 to hit.
They could make us. Yes, +1 to hit.
+1 to hit for you as well. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And Amar, did you want one as well?
Yes, please.
Okay, so they'll have crafted you can call them Behir spear. Everything's got to have rhyming to it. Welcome to Susi and Sword and Sorcery. Or Sois, I guess, is the correct pronunciation. All right.
That's cool.
So then, anything else you guys wish to do before you head beneath the waves?
I think we just got to start exploring, and we may have to modify our plans as we go, but this is a good start, I think.
So you guys get about 27, close to 30 feet down. You can picture that you're just hanging in ever-growing darkness. The rope is still, extending down, so you're able to still sort of track your way down on this on this thing. Amar, are you the first down?
Yeah, I feel Amar's the one in the lead.
Okay, so let's do this. We'll put Amar closer to the bottom. Who's next?
I'm happy to go in the middle or in the rear, whatever you prefer.
I'll bring up the rear. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. And Malo, you've got that. So I didn't think to look about swimming in metal armor.
I was looking that up a little, and I was in the magical side of things, since it's magical armor, and in like AD&D 1E, it's magical armor suddenly has no weight and no encumbrance, blah blah blah. But here it just said, and I was looking at the 3E rules. It just said it's lighter than normal, but there was I couldn't find any specifics.
Do you recall
I'm guessing
whether
there's some kind of penalty.
Let's see here. Like in the underwater, okay, a section. I just want to know whether it's like AD&D and here we go. Man overboard. So it's about drowning and removing the water. There's nothing about being able to maneuver. So I think, I was curious, just out of interest, what would be happening. But I think, like with your black razor scimitar, it's almost like you could drop yourself down and start walking on water, then drop yourself down and start walking on water, almost like steps, going down.
Yeah.
Even if you weren't able, but I think you're actually able to maneuver more easily in water in this than you are in AD&D. So, you guys are making your way down, and would each of you kindly give me a D6 roll, please? Okay, nice. All right. So, Amar, you're making your way down, and you see from below, very briefly, something. You think you see something appear because you see a reflection of your light off of something, and then there's a burst of something, of like bubbles, and the bubbles sort of like crawl over your body and go up to then. Malo, you see these go by, and Iffy, you see this go by. None of you are breathing right now, air at least, so that's unusual. You only spotted this for a moment, Amar, but allow me to show you what you think you saw. Is this.
Oh, yeah, great. That doesn't look horrible at all.
No.
It appeared to be about, from where you were, about maybe a foot and a half across, and the span between those vicious-looking claws is, you'd guess, on about a foot and a half. And you're just sort of looking to the side and back and forth, and you can... Maybe it's your eyes playing tricks on you, but you feel like things are moving down here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Iffy and Malo, you're completely oblivious to this. Iffy, I think the bubbles coming up just trigger your caution. Mm-hmm. And you look around and you can see there's things... You think you can see movement to the sides of where you guys are.
Okay.
You'll have a moment to try anything. Unfortunately, you guys cannot communicate, really. Unless underwater... water breathing, does that give you the ability to communicate underwater, too?
That's a good question.
That's a good question, yeah.
A spell? Let's find out. Water breathing. Just allows you to breathe as easily as air. Okay.
Okay.
So then, guys, what do you wish to do?
I mean, I have no. I'm like, what's the holdup?
Yeah. So yeah, Malo still comes down and kind of like, you know, pokes and gestures.
And I knowing Amar as he does, he also is like, you know, why are you stabbing?
Amar's like points to his eyes and points down, and then makes maybe some sort of motion like that.
Okay, I nod back to you, understanding.
Okay.
And then I give a question. Go down.
I mean, I feel like we kind of have to find the entrance to this place. That's the whole point.
Right.
Well, are we against the tower at this point?
You are.
Can we or see it? I mean,
You can roughly see the side of it. Yeah, I'm assuming you guys set yourselves up close enough to.
Yeah, because that would be, if we're not doing that, we're not going to find anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll continue this. I think that's why I was distracted. I was like focused on looking at the wall of the tower, looking for any kind of, you know. And so I guess we would have figured this out ahead of time. Are we going to go straight down where we are, then come back up, and then move a little bit, and then go straight down there? Is that how we're going to go around the tower to?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could think if the entrance would be at the base of the tower, because we haven't seen any means of entrance.
Yeah.
Right. So we go to the bottom and work our way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems, and then we would move the boat and everything to 20 feet or whatever it is to the next spot around the tower and try there. So okay, yeah. So we're going all the way. Our objective here is to go all the way to the bottom.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not just dropping like a rock though, right? We're taking we can be exploring on the way down.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
So then, what you guys see, if you turn, is first, seemingly out of the darkness, something comes by and nips at one of you. Let's see here. Amar, you're the one with a big, bright light. They don't hit you, but you hear a clack. And you sort of look around, and they've now moved in close enough so you can sort of see where these things are. And allow me to reveal the swarm around you.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
Guys, let's everyone decide what you want to do with your round. So, we're on round 1.
Are they within melee attack of us?
They have been sort of
to move.
What is your swim distance?
Well, that is a great question. I don't know.
Let's take a look here.
Yeah. Oh, there.
That didn't form that good, but that's what I
that's
found in the
good.
2E book about magical armor.
Let's see here.
Y'all were talking about the weight and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I found in the 2E.
Right.
Okay.
So my medium armor would become the equivalent of light armor, which is
same
great.
Same with with me.
So I don't lose my speed, which is nice.
Oh, good. So let's yeah, I can't see anything else. Let's just say that it's gonna be half your movement.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, these things are within about 20 feet of you. So if you can swim 20 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay. So they're all swirling around. Everyone decide what you're doing. This will be our first initiative roll of 2022 in Thule.
Okay.
All right. Malo's going to move and move in melee.
Same.
And
I think I can do this. Because my half move is still more than 20 foot.
yeah. Okay. Then, well,
Oh my.
you have the honor / responsibility for our first roll for 2022. Kind of beat my 4.
Well, you can do it.
A 2 would have been thematically appropriate.
Alrighty.
Oh no. Okay. It's all over.
Yep, that was the end.
All right. So then, they are moving and meleeing first because they can move quite quickly. So let me just move some things in so I know how many are going to attack each of you. And these things are kind of like about like the size of a slightly larger than a big pike.
And they're not as big as I was extrapolating, which is good.
Okay, let's see here.
A piranha aren't very big either.
True. Yeah. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on Amar. I need more dice.
It's never,
We're off to
never a
a
good sign when the DM says, I need more dice.
Yes.
All right, what's your AC currently, Amar?
-1.
-1, nice.
Nice.
That means I need a 16 to hit you. But I have quite a few claws on deck here, so it's my first one. 17, 17, nat 20, nat 20.
Oh my
The
god.
hell?
2022,
Put those dice in
man.
jail.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed with the 7th one, though. So that's the first set of claws. Let me roll damage for those. You get... Let's see here. 1. 3. This is a precarious place for my coffee. Not when I'm excitedly, grabbing for more dice. 1, 2, 4. I am missing one. There it is. You don't want to be missing a metal D4. Most assuredly not. You don't have any DR, right, Amar?
No.
No, okay, so this isn't going to matter all that much. So then, you're taking 3. I'll add it all up. 3,
Okay.
5, 10, 15.
Jeez.
15 plus 3 is 18 points of damage. That's because of 2 crits as well.
Right.
Okay, and then second batch of claws. None of those hit. One of them does hit. Okay, and then that is an additional 2 points of damage. All right, so there's a flurry of these things coming in, nipping at you, and they're keeping within melee distance. Malo, your AC is a -1 as well.
Correct.
I think we're all -1.
Are you? Oh, easy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. So...
But I do have DR, just
You
FYI.
do DR. Okay, so one of them hits you with the first batch of claws. You take 3 points of damage. So DR will apply.
Okay, cool.
And then second batch of claws. One hits, and you take 5 points of damage. DR applies.
Okay.
And then I've only got 6 on Iffy because she's further up. Let's see here, Iffy. None with the first one. None at all. Your armor keeps you completely safe from that. So that was melee on the first phase. No one else. Oh, Amar, you've got melee first phase.
Yeah, I was going to go ahead and
Here we go.
attack one of them.
Brand new fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Break them out.
Did it roll?
Oh, jeez.
The damage is good, though.
The damage was great. It just not enough to hit. So, but how many attacks do you have this round?
Oh, I did the move and one melee this round. I was going to do the next round, the next
melee second phase. Okay.
Second.
All right. So then, no one else has. You guys have move then in the first phase. Anyone moving anywhere or?
They came to us, so I don't think we.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, second phase, melee will be up first. Who wants to go?
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
Come on.
Hopefully this hits better.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. One of them gets slammed. And remember to be applying your -4 as well.
Yeah, I've put it into my sheet
Oh, okay. Got
to
it.
calculate it.
All right. That's still a hit even with a -4 for you there,
Okay.
Amar.
Nice.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
There we go. Oh,
That
that's
is
with
a
the
hit.
-4 already factored in.
Yep. Okay. That's a hit.
Wait. Why is it not a... Oh, yeah, it is. Yep, there it is. The minus... Because I have a plus... It was a +1 to attack for the spear that they made for me, and then it was the -4, so it's a -3. Okay,
Got
great.
it. Yep.
I
Yep.
got it right.
Okay. So you tag one of them with a spear as it goes by, and then Iffy?
Yep. She's gonna attack twice because she can't. Right? Because she specializes in the spear.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right, and I should have a net -2. I think I did that correctly because I have a specialized and then the +1.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I did it correctly.
You guys have 2 points of Astonishing
Yeah.
Fortune.
I mean, be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second attack. That's a hit.
Nice.
Solid hit. Nice. And let's do this here. There you go. All right. So you tag one of them. That is, I believe, the end of the first round. So we're on to round 2, guys. You can hear the chittering. It's this, baffled by the sound of the water. You can hear it all around you. Almost sounding louder than if it was on the surface. These things also do not seem to be making any sounds themselves apart from their clacking claws. Then we're having Carl. Would you kindly beat my 4?
All right. And I have that guardian spirit, so if I tie, well, it doesn't matter. I got a 5.
5. Nicely done. Yep.
Excellent.
All right. So you guys are up first. Go ahead and who wants to go melee first?
I'll go.
Cool.
We'll do the snake, this one, back and forth. All right.
Okay.
Anyway, so she's gonna attack the one that's injured.
Okay. First one, skewer it right through like it's your, spearing fish from a boat.
And then I'll try to. I guess they're all swirling around, right? So it's not really. We'll just roll randomly to see which one she attack. Well,
Okay.
attack a fresh one.
Okay. That ricochets off of its chitinous hide, or the shell, not chitin. It's a shell, like a crab's shell.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Who wants to go next?
Will, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Boom!
Nice.
First one's dead. Second one, holy smokes!
Wow.
So
And that's with the minus in there.
one comes in and you
Awesome.
slam it in the right in the carapace near its head, cracks in, and it just starts drifting away. A second one tries to take advantage of that, and you lash out with your foot, hitting it, and it cracks the side of its almost like cracking open a lobster, and it wiggles away, and then
If
turns
only
back.
if only we had a net. If only we had a net. Right.
And some
have a
clarified
net.
butter. Then, Malo, what are you doing?
I'm going to stab out the one I have injured already.
Please do. That is a good, solid hit. And this thing pulls itself back off of the barb, and then swarms in. All right, so we've got, let's see here.
Do you have 2 attacks, Malo?
No, I do not have mastery in.
No, I know, but isn't it like 1 then 2, 1 then 2? Are you not high?
Not high enough.
Oh,
level.
not yet, not yet.
7th. Nope, next
Yeah,
level.
not yet.
Okay.
Next level.
Yeah, he's still 6.
It's lording it over you.
It's okay.
This is your first time only doing one attack? That's so weird. I feel like I've been doing that forever. Well, don't worry, buddy. You'll get there. I work in a profession where like seniority is a very conscious thing, so that being able to imitate that level of condescension comes quite naturally. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so let's go bottom to top again. I'll go top to bottom this time. So Iffy, first up, you've managed to reduce the number of attackers down to 5. 1 gets through. Clips you. Let's see if it does any damage. 2 points of damage. DR applies.
Okay, so nothing.
And then the second claw. Nat 20 and 1 gets through. Okay. So the one that gets through does 5 points of damage. Okay. And then nat 20.
That was on me, right?
This is on Iffy.
Is it? That's not good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one hits for 6, 7, 8 points of damage. Full DR applies. So one of them managed to get, like, grabs onto your shoulder or your elbow, and you pull it by, but it just leaves a nasty wrench or scrape on it. Malo, you all have got 7 on you right now.
Yeah.
So let's do first batch of claws. Another nat 20. 2 hits, though. So first hit, 4 points of damage. Okay. Second hit. Okay. I know I don't need to do that cartoonish, like, looking at us trying to see. It's not far off from the truth, sadly. So the critical only does 4 points of damage. Full DR applies.
Okay, well, that's good.
Okay, and then we've got the 7th one. No, and then the second claw. 3 hits. Number 7, only 3 hits. No crits.
Good.
You are taking 3, 2, and 2 damage. I think only 4 gets through, then, I guess.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then finally, Amar. Only 6 on you right now. So the first batch, only 1 gets through. As they're swirling around you, snips in, you take 2 points of damage from that one. And then the second claws, let's see here. 2 get through that time. You take 4 points of damage and 2 points of damage. Then, and I'm picturing like it's not that they're like grabbing you and letting go, like they're grabbing and you're wrenching yourself out of them, and that's what's kind of causing the damage. That is the extent of their attacks. Are we done all the interesting stuff this round, guys?
I think so.
Yep.
Think so. Yep. Okay, so we're on round 3.
Okay.
And everyone, and I appreciate that first session of 2022, you guys are sharing initiative duties with each other. Oh no, Carl won actually.
I won, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the healthy competitiveness between each other. Fuck you, I'm going to keep rolling initiative. 2022, brand new game, guys. All right. Okay, so then, Carl, once again, apparently I'm only rolling 4s this year.
Yeah. Okay. So, I have a 4 because of my armor.
Yes. So then, and you have a higher ace. So why don't you? This will be simultaneous.
My dex. Yeah, my dex is.
Oh no, it won't be simultaneous. You'll be acting first. So why don't you go ahead and make 13. your? Are you attacking this round? Yes.
Yeah, melee.
Yeah, go ahead and make your attacks.
Okay.
That's a hit.
And I attack it again.
Okay, go right ahead. Nice. 2 solid hits. So I picture you get it in once, it tries to pull itself out, and you just stick it in further, and this thing has to really fully pull back. Quite badly hurt, but not quite enough to take it down. Then second verse, same as the first here. Let's see how many we get. We'll go bottom to top this time. So Amar, I have only 1 hit on you for the first batch of claws, 4 points of damage, and then let's see here. Nothing hits from the second. And then on Malo, I have no hits on the first batch of claws. So you're learning not to let yourself open. Oh, but 1, you get tagged with 1 on the second pass. And you take 5 points of damage. Full DR applies. And then Iffy, you got only 5 on you now. You're definitely clearing the field here.
Gotta clear them faster.
No hits with the first batch of claws, and 1 hit with the second batch of claws.
Okay.
So you only take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Full DR applies on that one. All right, guys. Then it is your turn. Who wants to do the fisticuffs? If he's gone already, so it's either Malo or Amar.
I'll go ahead.
Amar, I want the motivation of seeing you succeed.
Boom! Amar, 1 is down. That second one misses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll attack the one that's barely hanging on there. Nope.
Okay. That is... you want to spend Astonishing Fortune?
No, I have a plan.
Oh, nice. I like it. I like it.
Ow.
All right. I am favorable when strategies come to fruition.
Yeah.
That's how the saying goes, right?
It was the first time we fought underwater, so we're learning.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
If there's nothing else interesting happening this round, we're on to round 4.
Well, so on my turn,
Yep.
my second phase, what I'd like to do is let go of the spear and pull out Black Razor. So I'll be at a -8 penalty.
Yep.
Which I will factor into my sheet.
All right. We can't see it. We cannot hear it, but underwater we see him mouth out, "Fuck this!"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Then, so that you see the spear drift down into the blackness.
Yeah. And are we going to be on a advantageous round? I wasn't keeping track because
we are on to round 4 now.
Yeah.
4. So
favorable round.
Great.
All right. So now we are on to George rolling initiative. So everyone, what you're doing. Good Lord.
No,
it's a weighted dice again.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. Yes.
Nicely done. All right. On a 5. So, guys.
Go.
Okay.
I want to see if George hits with these -8.
Me too.
When you crit on a 15 or higher as well with Black Razor.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I just have this in here correctly. So, oops, wrong way. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's the thing. I got a 15. Yeah. So that's why nope, not a crit, but AC 6 to hit.
Are you missing any other factors for bonuses to hit?
No, I have +1 from weapon mastery, +1 for the scimitar, and then -8 from the penalties for underwater. So it's I'm effectively at a
just narrowly misses.
Okay. All right. Well, I get a second attack. So
here we go.
Yep. There you go.
AC 16.
No.
Wrong direction.
Okay.
Wrong direction.
Exactly. Oh.
All right. Now, hold on.
way.
Do you want to spend Astonishing Fortune?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. Well, it was worth trying.
It was definitely worth trying. All right. So you're
If I crit, I mean, I could really start taking out one at a time.
Oh, heck yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All right. We got Iffy and Amar. Who would like to go next?
Amar, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Well, son of a gun.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Any Astonishing Fortune? You got 1 point left.
Yeah, I'm afraid I might need that because I'm probably going to die.
Yeah, I would save it for that. I mean, I have healing potions, and I have that one that, the get out of jail free pill.
Yeah, and I auto stabilize. That's the other reason I took out.
Well, and you got that leech you could apply as well.
Yeah,
give
we
it
got
DR.
We have the leech, the sponges,
Right.
the sponges.
Yeah, the sponges to...
Okay. All right, then it is Iffy.
Okay. 2 spear attacks. Come on.
There you go.
That's good. All right, one at least, that injured one.
That is same one too. It comes back around and you just skewer it as it's trying to get in. All right, and
We're whittling
then
him down.
I have yes, you were slowly clearing the field here and getting closer to a morale check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, morale.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, morale. I like how they define morale. It's finally more clarified to me in the 3rd edition. I know you're probably still.
Oh, is it? Actually, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's like one section. You don't have to jump around.
What is the morale? I don't even know what the rules.
It's the same. It's the same. It's just like more clear to me.
Okay.
Like it's all clear and together. And this is when you check for morale.
It's one of the things that I
like a table form as opposed to looking reading through it.
Oh, okay. So let's see here. So Amar, first batch of claws, or this is against Iffy, because I only got 4. None hit with the first batch of claws, second batch of claws, and none hit again.
Dang. Yeah, our armor upgrades are really helpful.
Yeah, Amar. There we go. 1 hit on the first batch of claws. Whoopsies. Come on. Come here. 5 points of damage. DR applies. And then 1 hit on the second batch of claws. Maybe it's the same thing. 3 points of damage. Then finally, Malo. You got 7 on you still.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first batch of claws. 1 hits. Yeah, only 1 hits. And you take 5 points of damage. No, 4. Sorry, 4, sir. And only 1 hits on the second one. Yeah, the DR, improved armor class is definitely helpful. 3 points of damage on that one.
Okay.
DR applies on all these as well.
I'm still up.
Okay, excellent. Then, guys, I believe that brings us to the end of the round. Another vicious round of the inky black blood from these things is mixing with your own, is making it just a total bitch to see anything. Round 5, guys. Okay. All right. So then, here we are. Everyone has decided what they're doing. We're back to Will again.
Me, I made.
Oh, you made it. You made it. Yeah. Sorry. I'm cheating.
Yeah.
You may have wished that it went somewhere else, though, because
No, you're used to how we always fail these rolls. So which I'm about to do right now. All right, come on, 6.
Come on, 6. Down.
Just might as well go all the way the other direction.
And you know what? If you're gonna roll a 1, you might as well do it in response to a 6. Then
That
you know,
true.
rolling a 1 in response to a 2.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so these things still eager to defend their domain. Iffy, I got 1 hit on you with the first batch, and I got, that's it, 1 hit. You take 2 points of damage. On Malo, I'll escalate up on Amar. How many dice I have to have in my hands? Amar, 1 hit on the first batch. Uh-oh. You can use, remember, Astonishing Fortune to negate a hit, too. That's 5 points of damage. You want to negate the hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah.
The second one, I 2 hit with 1. Shit. I was like, awesome, great.
Can we purchase Threat?
Yeah. Slowly playing Conan. 5 points of damage again, unfortunately, for that. Yeah. All right.
All right, I'm unconscious.
Okay, then for Malo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on you. No hits with the first batch of claws.
Okay.
And the second batch, I have 2 hits. 2 hits only. All right, and those are, oops, shit. 4 points and 2 points, respectively.
Okay, I'm still up.
Alrighty. Now, guys, it is your turn.
Dang.
Why don't you go ahead,
Yeah.
Carl?
All right. Yeah, because we can't cast spells underwater, right? So.
Right.
All right. Spear. Oh, come on. Yeah.
Come on.
Not 1. Shit. Okay. Malo.
All right, I'll try. Yep.
Nice.
Okay. So that is a crit because it rolled a 19.
Yep. 1 gone.
Which is a -- 2.
The
Okay,
16 damage. Yeah, that just slaughters that one.
And sorry. Yeah, that's all I do on this phase.
Okay. Then it is second phase. Move.
The only thing I would like to do is to tug on the rope for the signal, which is just one tug that we need help.
Yep. Okay. Then it is the end of the round, guys. We're on a favored round now. Mm-hmm. Everyone decide what you're doing.
And I've been fired, so Will, you're up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So how did you don't take any further damage, though, right? At -3.
At 3
no.
stabilized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That didn't change, right? In the 3rd edition.
I don't know.
No.
Okay. Will, would you kindly beat my 3?
Will.
Yeah, I can do this.
Yay!
Nice. Go ahead, guys. Who'd like to go first?
Go ahead, Mala.
Okay. All right, here we go. Attack
You
number
get 2
1.
attacks. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 20. Go ahead. 1d6.
Yeah. 5 times 3.
That's good.
Nice.
You just
Excellent.
like a
And miss.
swirling
Miss on the
thrasher
second one.
around in here. All right. There you go.
Virginia,
Iffy.
we'll go. Come on.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Solid hit.
Miss.
Okay, so 5 points of damage on one of them, though.
Dang. Just not connecting.
Okay.
Great.
And then, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 left. Okay. Then I think these are going to, with Amar being down,
Yep.
swarm up to the next source here.
This is now you see why I pulled that rope.
Yeah. Okay. And then, let's see here. Do I have? Or if I named it properly. Let's see here. Where are you? No, there's Jude Law. No, I don't want that. Jude Law jumps in to come save you.
That would be great.
I'll get you guys. Talk about a guy who's made a like seamless transition from like, you know, sexy leading man to just like quirky character actor.
Yep.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. Cool.
One toad skipper dives in, followed by a Naza. Will, would you kind of, these things are charging on these. They're going to be able to reach. They got a swim rate of 30. Would you give us 2d20 rolls, please?
All right.
Solid. Both hits.
Nice.
Both hits. Give us 1d6 plus 1, please.
Ah.
Nice.
Nice.
One more time.
Yep.
So that's 5 and 2.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Then it is. I think this one is just. It's not. You're not going to take any extra damage on Mar, but it's sort of nipping at you to see if you're down. On Malo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
9.
It's a lot of. Okay, so.
And to be clear, it's actually the chainmail that's going to save me by stabilizing me, not the sword. Just to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah. All right, so you take 6 points of damage on that first.
Jeez.
Full DR applies. Yeah, it was a crit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then second batch. 1. Only 2 hits.
Okay.
3 points of damage. Full DR applies.
Okay.
And 2 points of damage. Full DR applies.
Okay, I have 1 hit point left.
Isn't it wonderful?
Fantastic.
All right. And then against Iffy, no hits on the first batch and 1 hit on the second batch. Iffy, you take 3 points of damage. Full DR applies. All right. Then I believe that brings us to the end of the round, guys. We're on to round 7. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone decide what you want to do with your round. And then I think Will's still kicking my ass here. Beat my 3, Will.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Keeping it interesting.
Okay.
All right. So you guys will be... We've got melee from Malo, melee from Iffy.
Here we go. AC 6.
God dang it.
Yep.
Off by 1.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Iphigenia on the injured one.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes. One of the injured ones. Okay. Solid hit.
Attack it again. Yay.
And that's it. Nice. So another one down.
Okay.
Then...
And you want me to roll for the toad skippers?
yes, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Both hits.
Oh, nice.
Go ahead and roll damage. 1d6 plus 1. Come on. Oh, that's not great.
Yeah.
Okay. Second one. A little better. Okay.
Yeah.
Getting them.
All right. Then, it is, I guess, the critter's turn. This one leaves you, Amar, and goes racing up to one of the toad skippers. So let's make his attack on the toad skipper. Fucking 19 and nat 20.
Oh, wow.
He's eating.
Let's see here. Well, I mean, they have a respectable amount of hit points. So it's 5 and 5. So one of the toad skippers is down to 3 hit points. Let me just allow you guys to see and edit. Go. Controlled by all players. Nope, not 118. All right. Oops.
I know. Why are we going to this tower if they have 118?
Yeah. Can you guys all see and see that thing? Okay, so then I'm going to copy that. Put him down for the second one. There you go. Give him full hit points. 18. There we go. All right. Now.
Okay.
One of them peels off of you to attack that one as well. Iffy. 1 hit on him. So the toad skipper on the left, who should have actually 18 hit points right now. There you go. He takes 2 points of damage. And then we've got on Iffy 2 on you still. Oh, shit. Throwing dice away. No hit with the first batch. No hit with the second one.
Nice.
Malo.
Yep.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 8, I think. Oh, no, you didn't kill one.
Nope.
I have 1 hit.
Well, that's going to do it.
Okay.
Unless
So,
you roll a 1, I guess.
I rolled a 2, so you take 3 points of
Yes.
damage. Full DR applies.
Okay.
All right, then the rest...
I'm at -1, and I auto... Oh, well, I stabilize anyway.
Yeah. Okay, and the rest sort of swarm up towards Iffy. And the toad skippers, so let's make their second attacks. I'll do 6 on Iffy. None of those hit.
Jeez.
So 5, 5, 9.
How close are we to the surface?
You guys are 27 feet down. That's why these guys were able to get there in 1 round. All right. That is the end of round 7. We're on to round 8, guys.
Okay.
It's all you, Iffy.
All right.
So then, Will, you've still been keeping things going. Let's back to the 2020 special.
Oh, no.
Roll a 4. 5.
Yes.
Guys are
Nice.
up first. Iffy, I'm assuming you were attacking again?
Yeah, I'm attacking this round. I might do something different next round.
Okay.
Let's try to clear the ones up. So I'll go the one on the left. This one here.
Yep.
First.
Okay. You're going to actually be flanking that one with your ally. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
8 points of damage. Okay.
Dang. Well, hopefully you could finish it then. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that one.
Attack
Okay.
that same one or a different one?
Yeah, the same one.
Same one? Okay, that is
To finish it
gone. Will, would you give us the attacks for the toad skippers?
This is flanking, I guess.
Solid hit and a miss.
Nice.
Okay, the one that's already injured, go ahead and roll damage for that. 1d6 plus 1. 4 points of damage. Nice. A little bit helps here. All right, then it is these things, the lake lurkers. So we got 1, 2, 3 on that toad skipper. Got 1, 2, 3.
So are Malo and Amar like sinking or?
Yeah, they'd be sinking down.
Okay.
Okay, and 3 on the other toad skipper.
That's not good though.
Okay.
Oh, they can breathe. They can still breathe water.
They can still breathe. Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not. Okay, so the toad skipper. Unfortunately, the toad skipper on the right is killed by one of the things. Grabs around his head and just kind of crushes it. And then the other toad skipper miss. Oh, yeah, actually, their AC is a lot lower than you guys. So that is 2 hits. And a miss. All right. That means 2 points of damage for that surviving toad skipper, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 on Iffy. Let's see, 1. So I got nat 20 on 1. Iffy, you take 8 points of damage. Full DR applies. And then second claw. Oh, Jesus. 3 hits.
Wow.
But it's 2 damage, and 5 damage. So you only take 3 in total. Second volley, so I'll get these guys out of your hair here so you can see the thing. All right, so these things are just harrying you. You're like, get off! Throwing them off as they're swarming around you. Okay. I think that's the end of round 8. We're on to round 9.
So I can still attack and then move, right?
Yes.
So,
yep.
Okay. So
you will draw attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Then, Will. I'm sorry for this.
Here we go.
You can do it, Will.
Oh. All right, so Iffy, we got now 9 on you. Okay, so I'll do you first here. 1, 2 hits. In the first batch, yep, only 2. Iffy, you take 2 and 2, so no damage.
Nothing, yay.
Then the second batch, nat 20.
Man.
And second hit. So second hit does 3 points of damage. You take 1, and that nat 20 is going to yield 6 points of damage. You'll take 4. All right, then it is Iffy's turn. What are you doing?
I'll try to attack that injured one.
Okay.
See what happens. I can still get both my attacks, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
fuck it. Near.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Then the toad skipper hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
3 points of damage. Okay. Then what would you like to do?
She's gonna swim up to the surface.
Okay, so that's a lot of. Now I think you can only. You're still 7 feet away because your move is only, right. So I don't hit with any of the attacks. There's none of the attacks of opportunity hit.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Okay.
So you burst up and leaving all of them below.
Yeah, I kind of motion for the toad skipper to step up. To go up.
Yep.
So how far do they sink, though? Can I see how far they sink?
The guys, I think by this, you can see a light down below that is softly glowing, and it seems to be getting further and further away.
Okay. All right.
Then it is, so if you are getting close to the surface, is the toad skipper going to wait to withdraw, or is the toad skipper just booking?
I think he's going to...
Well, it will answer.
That will answer.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's going to follow Iphigenia. Okay. When he sees her split, he's going to go after her.
All right, so he is hit once for 3 points of damage, but otherwise he's able to actually surface and kind of land on the toad skippers are used to sort of breaching and jumping onto their boats. So he's up on the surface and on the boat now. Next round is round 10. So I think Carl, you're rolling for initiative now.
Yeah, I guess I'll move first, and then I think they'll probably close with me, so I'll move in melee.
Okay.
I'm sure they're going to follow me.
Yeah.
All right, and then Carl beat my 4 once again.
Come on, Carl.
Nice.
Yes.
There you go.
All right, so you they are going to have to move, but they can actually catch up to you.
Yeah.
So he's out of the water. That means fuck all of them are going to be swarming around on you.
I hope I survive. And oh man, I don't even know.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. All right.
I
So
don't think it's gonna work.
let's see here. Well, your AC is quite good.
Yeah.
I got 2 hits on you
DR.
so far. 3 points of damage, full DR, and 2 points of damage, full DR.
Okay, so 1.
One more hit. Ooh, gosh. That you do not want to hit those. I hit the top of my thumb, like the fleshy bit, just poked down into the metal dice. Oh, boy. All right. That was 5 points of damage. Full DR applies. And then no hits on this final batch. So then I just have second claws. 1 hit, 1 crit.
Gosh, this crit's
The hit's only 2 points of damage. The crit,
Okay.
crit is only 6 points of damage, full DR. And their claws don't do a lot. There's just a lot of them. Yeah, when they crit, that helps. 1 more hit. 3 points of damage, full DR. And 1 more crit. All right, and that is 6 points of damage.
Start a new campaign, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so now you're able to move and you can pull yourself out of the water. So you're out, and then it is second phase. You're out of the water. On the second phase, I think that they're just going to stay under there swirling for now. So you don't have anyone to attack in melee, but you do have. Now we're on to round 5 or round 9. Nope, 11. Around 11. So what are you doing in your round?
Are they like swirling right under the boat?
Yeah, you can see them close enough. They're less than 10 feet under the boat.
All right, so I'm magic.
Yeah. Okay.
Is my
I rolled. Carl beat my 1.
Yeah.
2.
Nice.
Show off.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you doing?
Casting a lightning bolt into the water.
Okay. So then, with all of them there, I'm going to make it affect all of them. So go ahead and give us a damage roll. What are your level 6 or 7?
7. So 76.
76.
Okay.
That sort of death metal muttering that if he does, it sounds even angrier right now.
So lobster boil.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, 12. Now let me see here. Some of them might survive. So let me just do these one by one. The DC. Where's their save?
That's a great tactic, Carl.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I got like no hit points. You know, if they don't die or flee away, then I can pop that pill and do it again.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then hopefully their
save is very, very bad against this stuff.
Wow.
So let's see here. Top one. Next 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 one. Holy smokes. Actually, that one can't survive without, even with the save. Next one. Next one. So you to get on top of the boat, you look over, you start speaking your arcane words again, and as he sees you swirling around, you just hit the ground, and electricity hits it, and then just sort of cascades out through the water, and between all of these things, light just flashes down there. You can't hear anything above the surface, but you can hear the bubbling, from below. There is only one left remaining, and unless you want to do anything, it will turn and disappear off deeper into the lake. And you can see down below you, Iffy, the light is growing fainter and fainter. You spare a look at the Toad Skipper, and we'll see what you do in 2 weeks' time. So, first, let's award some XP, guys, because holy smokes, that was a scrap.
Yep.
All right. Oh, man. Did you ever make it to Tofino when you were in BC, George?
I don't think so.
So Tofino's a really gorgeous, like surfing, kind of like laid back vacation spot on Vancouver Island. They got a tsunami.
No, I was told. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah, I was recommended to go there. Actually, now that you say that, to Victoria Island and do a bunch of different things, but I never actually got there.
Okay. It's where my first bonus I got as a lawyer, I spent to send my folks on a vacation there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. They just loved it. Loved it. Okay, so, guys. You are... Oh, boy. This is going to be so anticlimactic. Because these things only had 2 hit dice, right? So
yeah.
It's just the unfortunate circumstances where you fought them. Yep. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. So, after venturing out and facing these fucking things, you guys are earning a total of 273 XP each. Oh, wait, you have your XP bonus, don't you? Everyone's got Prime Rex. 300 on the nose. 300 XP for everybody.
I don't even think I have to use a calculator.
Exactly.
Last session with the Bahir was worth a shit ton, so this is...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So with those things, the lake lurkers driven off, your allies drifting below, we will bring this session to a close, and we'll leave on this screen as well. Well, maybe I'll put you guys a little deeper down. No.
Yeah.
All right. Then until next time, guys, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session 69. Next session will be 70 of the Reavers of Thule campaign. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and we'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, you can find a link to the Dungeon Musings Discord server in the description of the video. And we have channels dedicated to this game, this campaign, every game we run on the channel, and you are more than welcome to join us over there. In addition, there is you can find me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, and you can find me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com, although I'm quite far behind on responding to my emails. You can find as well a link. It is not active yet, but I'm doing that this afternoon. The link to the charity fundraising initiative we run on the channel called Heroes Save Villages. The charity that benefits from those activities is the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really terrific organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphan and abandoned children. And very shortly, I will have that link back up and active, and we'll be having our next charity raffle. We have one really incredible prize coming to us by way of our good friends at Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse, as well as some other collected stuff, some stuff from the Dungeon Musings Bread Bubble Shop that will all be part of our next charity raffle. But I'll say more about that once I've actually got that link up and working again. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart Reavers. So, Will, Carl, and George, thank you so much for joining me this morning, guys. Congratulations on making it out to the lake. My apologies for the difficult denizens you found lurking down below. But I'm sure, like an angler fish, Amar, they will have no difficulty in finding where you are. So, until we see you again, we'll be back again in 2 weeks' time. Until then, for those listening at home, we hope that we've given you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes in the jungles and lakes of Thule are finding. And if, like me, you will have the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald caught in your head until we see you again, well, I guess there's worse songs that could be caught in your head. Not much worse, though, because that song is not great. So, until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.